Alright. So, Tales of Arise. The time has finally come for me to make my own thoughts on this series. I've been a fan of this legacy franchise since Tales of Berseria, which on its own right was quite a good experience for me to have getting into the Tales series. And I have to say, Arise has really kind of broadened my experience in modern Tales titles. I haven't played too many of the old ones, still kind of also working on Tales of Abyss as I'm recording this video. But welcome to my quick thoughts on Tales of Arise. Not to necessarily say a review of the game, but just quick overall thoughts. So to start off, Tales of Arise is a story about mainly two central characters. There's other characters I can say, but I do not want to get totally into that. It's mainly Alphon and Xion. Alphon being like the main male lead, Xion as the female lead. Their trials and tribulations of overcoming adversities, racisms, the clash between Renan and Danon, and along the ways. And also, besides these two characters, my other favorite characters are both. I mean, Alphon, and then I also main like those two characters, editors and like editing right there. So, and I just have to say, these games are good. The exploration is good. Level crafting is good. Boss battles are actually a lot more challenging. But there is, unfortunately, for every great game, there's always one underlying feature that I don't really appreciate. Like the cost of consumable items. Now, granted, you should only reserve to buy the CP items, which is basically press points, or more like the magic bar that you need to, you're basically not your stamina bar, but the energy bar that you can essentially run out if you're not careful. And without your CP being full or high enough, you'll have to rely on your healer to heal, otherwise you're going to be stuck using your consumable items. This is kind of going into a rant a little bit with the game. Why does it cost 3,000 to 9,000 gold for an orange and pineapple gel? Why Tales of Arise? Granted, you can mitigate that by buying the relief pack for DLC, which costs a few dollars. You can mitigate that by buying $1 to $2 for all the gold money, which costs about $2 each. But that's just kind of a little bit of a shady practice, Namco. I'm kind of ashamed of those practices. And yes, that might sound nitpicky, but I kind of don't appreciate that. And yes, you can basically grind to sell certain items like you used to that are made for resale. You can probably find these sort of items, these scavenger items in treasure chests and resell them for a certain amount of gold. And also you can do the side quests, but it's my complaint is just the cost. The amount is just too expensive, Especially when you need it for the really, really tough grinding bosses. And granted, you can also mitigate that by grinding yourself. That's like any JRPG. But I shouldn't have to try my heart and soul to do that. And that's really my only complaint with this game. The music, the story, the characters. Well, the stories you can argue it's a little bit kind of one note, or there's not much to it. It's not perfect. But that is honestly my only gripe with the game. honestly. And if it wasn't for the fact that how much I cherish Dokumin's character and, you know, dynamic between Shion and Alvin, then this game would simply be kind of not like Fire Emblem Pan, but definitely a game I would give like Game of the Year. One of the potential Game of the Years. We'll have to see when I play SMT 5, but right now, that is basically the only thing I give Rise. So I'm giving Telgo Rise because of that little misconvenience. It might be shoddy, but this is just my opinion. 4.5 out of 5. It does everything right, except for that little thing. That and some of like the VLC practices that you see throughout the campsites, that is honestly not cool. That's good. Please don't do that in your future games. That's what I would have to say. Until next time, keep pressing on Beyond Our Demons, and I'll see you guys next time.